How has your work at SOCMA, the Adhesive and Sealant Council, and as a chemical engineer prepared you for leading AIHA?
Well, through all of these positions, I have been exposed to the industrial hygiene profession. At SOCMA in particular, we have an environmental health safety program called constitutes, and that is a requirement for all SOCMA members. It's basically a management framework to help companies stay abreast of their obligations, and there's a very important IH component to that. So I feel the transition from the trade association world to the professional society world is mitigated in that I feel like I have a good fundamental understanding of what keeps occupational hygiene people up at night and some of the specific interests of EH&S professionals.
While you were at SOCMA, the association had advocated for several bills that became law, including reauthorization of the chemical facility anti-terrorism standards and the recently passed TSCA reform. What do you think constitutes a successful government affairs department at an association?
It's an excellent question. The first and foremost thing you need to do is you need to build trust with the agencies. We've had a very long storied relationship with our friends at OSHA, as well as at DHS and EPA. And when you talk about TSCA reauthorization, that was literally a 10-year effort. And there was a lot of anecdotal input that SOCMA members provided that ultimately made its way into the final bill. And so a successful government relations program requires strong relationship building, building of trust over time, and then getting the input from your members to make sure that their issues are being reflected in the final wording of the legislation.
How have your previous associations, SOCMA and the Adhesive and Sealant Council, worked collaboratively through alliances to advance their members' interests?
So at the Adhesive and Sealant Council, it was all about convincing engineers and product designers that adhesives were better than mechanical fasteners. There's an old story that one of our board chairmen told us. He said, if you were sitting next to somebody in an airplane and you told this person that the plane was put together with glue, would they run kicking and screaming down the aisle? And the fact of the matter is that most of airplanes today with composite materials are put together with glue. And so a lot of the relationship building that we did at the Adhesive and Sealant Council was forging relationships with these product designers and engineers. Now at SOCMA, most of the alliance building was on the government relations arena. So for example, TSCA reform and some of the other EPA regulations, we will coalesce with other similar minded groups and advocate as a one entity.